Alright, hi everyone. It is Dead Space 493, or I guess Dead Spaced out these days. And, yeah, I thought I would try something new today. I know anyone who watches this channel probably would not expect this video because I haven't uploaded in, I think, 2 years. I know the last video was a Valorant video. I was pretty proud of that one. It's one of my favorite videos, but I don't know when I upload it. Maybe August if I had to guess, but I'm probably completely off. I feel like I remember finishing editing it on like the beginning of whatever year that was, like 2 years ago. It's kind of wild to think that even though this video isn't out in the wild, as it were, it is something that I'm working on right now because I have worked on videos since then, which I'm going to get into a little later, but I haven't put anything on my channel in 2 years. Not even a video talking about where I've been or what I've been doing. Like a video about like the channel anniversary. I missed that, which I want to at least hit the channel anniversary like 2 years ago, but I missed it. So it might have even been over 2 years. I don't know. I want to say it's been 2 years, maybe less, but it feels like it's been longer than that. Part of the reason for that could also be just because I really liked making videos, which I still like doing. But it feels like it feels like you've been not doing something for a longer amount of time if you really enjoy it, is what I'm trying to say. Anyways, you guys all read the video title. I have returned. Thou hast returnedst. I'm here to do a gameplay commentary, which I imagine is not very popular these days, and no one will care about or watch. But I don't really care because I just care about whatever I like, and I don't really care if other people like something or not. And I love gameplay commentaries. I watched them since I don't know. I mean, back when they started, which would have been like 15 years ago, probably on the original Black Ops or something. Before I even played first-person shooters, or around the time I started at least. Back in the days of Woody's Gamer Tag, which was like the original him in like White Boy 7th Street and stuff like that, which is just is crazy to think about. But anyways, uh, this is an idea I've wanted to do for a while, and I was recently watching ZsFlovexl's YouTube channel, and I started revisiting his the weekly Slap side channel he has where he does gameplay commentaries, and I was just like, you know what, I want to do one. I like talking about things that I enjoy or I'm passionate about, and you don't have to even like something to be passionate about. You can be passionate about something you hate. It goes both ways, at least for me. I don't know if that's how it is for everyone, but for nowadays, I feel like if anything, people are more passionate about what they hate than what they love. But I'm not going to get into the state of the world because that's not really what this is about. But I have some topics here which I have numbered, and I'm probably gonna ramble on for a while, considering this quote unquote intro has been like 3.5 minutes long, and or 4 minutes long, and I assumed it would be 1 minute or less. But anyways, I have basically 5 topics, but we'll call it 6. Kind of. Let's see. Number one. Then I guess they're kind of like answering questions. If anyone has anyone who would normally watch this channel, especially because this channel definitely could have taken off on multiple occasions, and I kind of fumbled it each time, which is obviously on me. But for anyone who does watch, I'm sure this video will get a decent amount of views from the normal viewers of mine, obviously. So after 5 minutes of preamble, let's see. Topic 1: where have I been since I stopped uploading, and what have I been doing? I'm not gonna get too far into this because I did have an idea for a couple other commentary videos. I think I'm just gonna do that for a little bit. Maybe go back to my other videos. That's something I'm going to be talking about, I think, a little later in the video. But where have I been? So let's see, when was the last video? It was like 2 years ago. Basically, there's a woman that I had known for a long time. I'm not going to get too much into it, but we were together. I met her after I started YouTube, and then we were together for a couple of years, a few years. Then we were apart for a few years, and then we started talking again. And I believe this was I stopped making videos not too long after that, and since then, earlier this year actually, I have moved in with her. We live together now, and I'm married, which is kind of insane, to be honest, to even say, not just in a video, but just I don't talk about my personal life. I never really have, so I don't think anyone on this YouTube channel pretty much knows anything about me. But yeah, so I guess where have I been is, or what have I been doing? I got married. I moved out of. I used to live in New York City. I think that was probably obvious if you saw the videos. Me and my friends would always reference New York City things. So I no longer live in New York City. I live in New Jersey now, and I have gotten married. So that's pretty cool. Pretty cool little tidbit. I'm gonna be turning 24 soon. So I guess that's just kind of the way like life goes. Is I'm not. It's not like anything is like has to happen a certain way, but it does kind of make sense at this age. I guess that you would like find your quote unquote love interest. I'm saying it kind of like a like it's a character. But I also knew her for like 7 years or 8 years actually before that, so it just kind of makes sense. Anyways, why did I stop uploading? Or where have I been since I stopped? Oh yeah, what have I been doing? Let's see. Part of that would be I started editing for my friends for a multitude of reasons, not least of which is I needed money, but also because I really like editing. I didn't know what to do with my channel, and I got in kind of a creative standstill. So I just kind of stopped editing and uploading. My friends always thought that my editing was really good, or pretty good, I guess. I don't know their exact thoughts. I'm not trying to oversell it, but they thought it was good, and they wanted to get into the idea, like, or into the I don't know, regimen, I guess, of making videos, if you want to call it that. This includes my friends Melvin, Sebastian, and Jason, all for kind of different reasons and had different ideas of what they wanted, and I basically edited for them. So I was a paid editor for like only like 6 months technically. This was like a year ago or so. I edited a few videos for Jason, and then I edited like 20 for Melvin, maybe more, like 12 for Sebastian. So over the course of 5, 6 months, I probably made a total of like 40 to 50 videos, something like that, at least 40. And I had fun doing it. I got paid for it, obviously, but that doesn't mean you can't love what you get paid to do. I still always think of everything like a job. I think of things that aren't a job like a job. When I think of washing the dishes or freaking taking a shower, I think of like, oh, what's the most optimal strategy for, the best, I don't know, rate of something. That's just how my brain is. I'm the guy who makes spreadsheets and compares statistical averages for no reason. I'm like that. So unfortunately, that does kind of ruin the enjoyment of YouTube sometimes when all you think about is kind of how effective something is going to be. But anyways, I think that covers that. The channels are down below if you don't know what they are. Jason's channel is Kaiser. Melvin's channel is Resonair, and Sebastian's channel is technically Sebastian and Jason channel, but Sebastian runs it. That one is Sarais, yeah. Outside of that, though, that's kind of the only notable thing I've been doing outside of the moving and getting married. I think that's everything. So on to topic 2, which is why did I stop uploading and did I stop editing altogether? I guess I kind of already answered the second part. I didn't stop editing altogether. Why did I stop uploading though? I would say, well, I guess I kind of talked about this in the preamble, which is I just got creatively halted. I had nothing that I wanted to edit. I kind of have that, like, I was about to say it reminds me of like this thing that's similar to how Christopher Nolan is, but I'm not going to compare myself to Christopher Nolan. Obviously, that guy is insanely talented compared to me just editing YouTube videos. But what I mean is, like, I have that kind of thought process of like, if I can't make something better than what I made before, is there really a point? Um, I kind of would say no. I want to achieve excellence in the things that I am passionate about. That's just how I am. So I didn't have any ideas. I didn't have a ton of footage even, and I was just like, I don't know. I want to edit something that I would really like to edit. And there was ideas I had of things like maybe I would make videos, retrospective videos on the Call of Duty Battlefield franchise, other Halo, Uncharted, just franchises that I personally really like. I thought about stuff like that, or talking about, I don't know, just any number of things, but I just thought YouTube very much doesn't like you to leave your quote unquote comfort zone. If you do, they get very mad at you. So I was like, that probably won't be effective in getting views, and it's weird. I've always just kind of been someone who likes doing what I like doing because it's fun and not be, it's not like I make money off of YouTube. I've never had enough. I've had enough views for it, but I've never had enough subscribers, so to get like monetization. But it was just like, hey, there's the chance of monetization. I can't do that if I'm doing something nobody cares to watch, or that YouTube won't push through the algorithm, because YouTube is going to say, hey, you don't do that. You make funny gaming comedy videos with your friends, so that's not what people want to see. And I didn't feel like dealing with all that, so I just kept feeling like continuing the normal types of videos I was making was something I didn't feel like doing at the moment, and I didn't have any interesting ideas on how to switch it up, so I just decided not to. Not to say I won't, go back to that, obviously, but it was something at the time I just got tired of doing. And then even when I edited for my friends, it was fun, but it was also like I didn't have to do. It was an interesting new challenge because I had to actually learn the styles that they preferred, and even that could change on a video by video basis. It's kind of like when you play a game, you're like, oh, what are the challenges for this game? It was like, what are the challenges for editing this video for my friend? Whereas if I'm editing it, I make the rules up myself. It's kind of less fun when you're playing a game where you made up the rules than when you're playing a game where the game made up the rules and you have to follow those rules. So that's kind of, I guess, that's probably a good way of putting it, I think. Let's see, topic 3. Will I ever return to making the types of videos that I used to make? I guess I've kind of already alluded to this. Maybe. I don't like to give things a yes or no, especially if I don't actually know myself, because it depends on how I'm feeling at the moment, which is also partly to do with like ADHD. I'm not going to get into like that too much, but I have a very unfortunately strong ADHD kind of issue that I have to deal with all the time. It makes certain things very hard. It makes, honestly, just kind of thinking. I don't want to make it sound like I'm like I don't know, like dying. Obviously, it's not that bad, but it is very hard to do things that people would expect of me, or what is considered normal things. It's a lot more challenging if you have a problem like ADHD or some of the other kind of mental health related challenges that I have, and for that reason, it's dependent on the day. If I feel like doing it that way, I would do it. But if I don't feel like editing, it's hard to bring myself to do it sometimes, because it just feels like I'm completely drained if I am doing something I'm not in the mood to do sometimes. So it could be very, very hard. But would I return to it? I mean, absolutely, to be honest, because not only did I enjoy the break, but also if there was something that I could do until I'm like 90 years old, it would probably be making a video, or if I knew how to make a TV show. I just making something. I just like making things. I just think that's a fun. It's just enjoyable to learn things and to create something that doesn't exist. Technically, commentary videos already exist, but I'm still creating my own commentary video, and I'm kind of having, in a way, like my own way of doing it, which it's not like that original, but it can become more original if I put more effort into trying to make it its own thing and stand out. And so that's kind of my idea in the future as well. I guess a little hint of what I want to do. But at the end of the day, it's still, it's kind of like a step up from reaction content. It's not particularly anything crazy. It's not like, oh my god, he's doing something so different and so unique. It's just something that I thought would be fun, and I wanted to upload something. I also just like, I'm the kind of person who likes to, if I haven't done something in a while, I would like to announce, hey, you know what, for anyone who's interested, who liked what I had done before, I'm going to do that again. So even if I went back to making my old videos, I would like to make a video like this first, just to announce it, I guess, because I don't know, I guess it's just the way my brain works, is to kind of classify things in a specific way. So if I'm going to go back to doing something I was doing before, I'm going to be like, hey, just so everyone's aware, this is what's in the works, this is what's in my head, this is what I want to do. And right now that is commentary videos, but honestly, I wouldn't be surprised, or say you guys shouldn't be surprised, if in the next month, or could be a few months, but I would even say, just like, let's say before the end of the year, there could be one or multiple funny gaming videos with my friends, because if I have free time and I'm not in the mood to play something, which I have been less in the mood to play games recently, I would love to just edit something just because it's fun. I just like playing games. I like having fun. I like making things. I like hugs. There you go. That's pretty much all you need to know about me. I feel like that kind of sums me up. Okay, number 4. Where am I now? And what is going on in my life currently? Well, I kind of explain this to some extent. I'm in New Jersey. I'm not going to give any more information than that, but yeah, it's a different vibe from New York City, which is what I'm used to. I'm not as big of a fan of it as I was of New York City. Not to say that wouldn't change in the future, because, excuse me, realistically, you just gotta get used to something. Maybe that's all that there is to it. As long as I get used to something, I can be like, oh man, this place is so much better than I thought it was. I don't know. It does suck that I'm away from my friends. That's like the main thing. It's just I'm not near my friends anymore, which I guess a lot of them have moved anyways. There are more people that I know than the people you've seen in videos, but like the only people that live near me live where I used to live is Sebastian, Jason, and Josh. And even Jason, he's been in the military doing training for the past 6 months. He's going to be coming back very soon, though. But yeah, I mean, even he wasn't here, so it was really just 2 people that I knew out of I used to know 6 or 7 people. And a lot of us have moved, and now I've moved, so, I'm not near anyone now. At least not, relatively close, considering I'm in a different state now. But, what is going on in my life currently? Well, I am living, obviously, with my wife. I am thinking of making videos, which is why I'm making this. It's been a bit of a tough one, a struggle, obviously, living on your own. I had to live with my parents for, till I was 23, basically. Partly my own fault, partly their fault, definitely partly their fault. And I'm not going to get into my personal life too much, but hey, I didn't get a lot of training in this world. I'll just say for the big leagues, when you go out there and you try and make something of yourself or be an adult, I didn't really get much of that, so I've kind of had to learn. I had to learn how to be a child. Much less be an adult. I've basically had to teach myself everything I know. Even school wasn't very useful in terms of a lot of knowledge and understanding of things. I've mostly just had to research stuff myself. But outside of that, hopefully the gameplay is not too boring or grandpa-ish. It's been 2 or 3 months since I played Battlefield 6 when this was recorded, so I imagine the gameplay is not that great. I saw a little bit of it to make sure that the quality was good enough for YouTube, but other than that, hopefully it's, I don't know, interesting enough to watch and stuff. I think Battlefield's kind of always interesting just because even if you're not killing someone, you're still traversing the map, assuming you're not just camping somewhere with a sniper. I gotta say, using a sniper in a Battlefield game is fun, but watching someone use a sniper in a Battlefield game is not fun. It's very, unless they're really good at it, which I am not. I'm just kind of okay with the recon and the sniper. But anyways, Battlefield 6, everyone. Good time sometimes. I feel like not a lot of first-person shooters are good as often as they used to be, but, we're trying to make the best of a bad situation, us gamers these days. Anyways, I have another topic. Topic number 5. What to expect from me in the future going forward and where to go from here. Kind of a weirdly worded one. And I don't know who wrote this. Definitely not me, even though it's my video. I would say, more gameplay commentary videos. I definitely don't want to say expect a full-fledged, comedy with the boys type of video. It could happen, but I don't want to say, expect it because it puts unnecessary pressure on me. And even when it comes to this video, when I was coming up with the idea for this video, this idea, I was going to write this stuff down, and in my original commentary videos folder, which has ideas for each video that I might do, I originally was going to call it commentary videos, and then in parentheses I was going to put if I make any, and I was like, no, let me switch it to maybe. And then I was like, you know what, I'm just going to remove just the whole bracket altogether. I'm just going to have it be commentary videos because, it's kind of a balance of pressure. If I say you have to make this, then I feel like I'm too pressured. But if I just put commentary videos, maybe it's well, I don't have to do it, and then I can just theory craft, and I get too stuck in should I do this or should I abandon this idea, and I don't go heavy enough into just actually doing the thing I want to do. I'm always just kind of overthinking things. So I think for someone who overthinks things, it's very important to figure out a happy medium between some pressure and no pressure, and of course too much pressure. The middle ground is just some pressure. But I'm glad that I'm making this, even if nobody. I know somebody will watch. I know obviously there's enough people subscribed to my channel that someone will watch it. Maybe the fucking future is gameplay commentary videos. Probably not, but who am I to know the future, right? Either way, it is interesting, and I am glad that I at least put the time and effort into recording this one and talking to you guys. Obviously, the comment section, if you want to say anything, I'll reply to any comments. So let's see. So I do have technically a 6th topic. It's not really a topic. It's kind of like a statement, self-aware thing. I put, welp, there it is. What will I do in future commentaries? What would you like me to talk about? And do you like this style of videos? So yeah, I mean, what will I do in future commentaries? Probably the same thing I'm doing now, which is just fucking say shit that comes to mind based on a loose set of directions. Because if I didn't write this down in topics or whatever, I would be rambling about the same thing for 20 minutes. I was worried I wouldn't have enough to say, and now I'm always thinking I have too much to say when I actually try and record something like this. So I'm glad that I have the topics here. They help a lot, actually. What would you like me to talk about in the future? I already have some ideas planned. I think one of the future ones is going to be talking about, I guess, a bit of like who I am as a person, how I am. I don't know, how I met my friends, stuff like that. I think that could be interesting. And then the other one was talking about my thoughts on like gaming currently, and the Modern Warfare 4, the future of Battlefield 6, recent games like Black Ops 7, stuff like that. Those are the only two ideas I have right now. But obviously, any ideas that you guys have would be appreciated. If there is anyone who has any ideas, make sure to put them in the comments. And do you like this style of videos? Hopefully you do. If you don't, maybe I'll go back, maybe I won't, to the other style of videos, but this is what I'm making at this time. That's all I can say on that. Finally, I put, I think I mistyped it, but should I made this a separate channel for this type of content? Should I have made this a separate, or like a separate channel video for this type of content? If I did do that, it would be after this, because you got to start kind of somewhere, and I wanted to at least start with the idea first before I thought about making another channel. And because then once again, making another channel just for a certain kind of video feels like a commitment. I wanted to start somewhere first, even if this doesn't get a lot of views. If I make a few videos on here and people like that, and people are like, oh, I would love to see more, it's like, okay, well, cool, I'll just make more videos like that on another channel, and then put all these on that channel, and then you guys can watch that. So hopefully that, oh yeah, and I ended it with I don't know, with a period. So yeah, hopefully that explains my thoughts on it well enough. What I've been doing, where I've been, if I'll make more videos that aren't like this, they're like my old videos maybe. If I'll make more videos like this, probably in the near future. I think that about covers everything. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this gameplay commentary with some probably very average gameplay. And if you have any questions or concerns or thoughts, put them in the comments. If not, I just hope you enjoyed watching the video. Make sure to like the video if you liked it. If you didn't like it, obviously don't like it. That would make sense. And other than that, thank you for watching. I guess I'll see you in the next gameplay commentary.